I don't know. Just asking.
Okay.
Just making conversation.
Yeah, I like Go Fish. Go Fish is fun. Yeah, it's a bit basic, but
I'm gonna take that out.
like
Ah! Ah! It's fine. You're alive, and Nathan.
I'm just glad that I know you like Go Fish.
Okay. And Nathan wants me to play Go Fish. Go get fucked with your baby games scrub. I just called you a scrub, by the way.
Fair.
Do you want me to play baby games?
Like Go Fish.
Like Go Fish, yeah. Someone's already here, so they managed to get here before the Discord.
Fighting games are everything to Go Fish.
What the fuck does that mean?
What do you think it means?
There's no random drawing of anything in like fighting games. So yeah, you get used to that. Shut the fuck up.
Fighting games are all of their basic concepts to Go Fish.
I owe all of my personality to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. How are you,
See,
Nathan?
You say that,
Yeah.
but I know a lot of FGC boomers that's just a fact.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, to be fair...
Fighting games owe all of their basic fundamental mechanics to Honey Pop 2.
Honey Pop 2. I've played the first Honey Pop, and I have to say, I found it more confusing than arousing. Because the pornographic scenes, they're just GIFs, really. There's not even any actual penetration happening, it's just boobage, and it's like, okay, like, that's kind of nifty, but there's boobage online. So why did
I find, like, sex games just a bit weird.
Yeah, they are odd, aren't they? Like...
You know the funniest one, though, is I always like those ones of, sex speedruns in games.
Oh, of what, where you try to have sex with all the characters.
Or, like, just have sex, like, as fast as possible. Because apparently one of the easiest ways you can do it in GTA 5 is via the stripper method. Of, like, you fondle the stripper a bit, and she likes it because
it's
dumb.
a Rockstar game, yeah.
Thing is, Twitch really doesn't like that method.
Well, yeah, I mean... I'd say that... I would honestly be against that, like, that interpretation from Twitch, but then again, kids are on this stupid website, even though they really shouldn't be, but they are, and... We don't want anybody getting confused. Because that's the thing. I played R-rated games with some sex involved when I was quite young as well. But I had adults that, like, would talk to me about things. So it was fine. I had adults to say, no, you can't just go up and fondle strippers and then you get to have sex. That's a bit silly. That's ridiculous. It's not real.
It's like if you got Hungry Jack's and you just started fondling his hands when he gives you the change... He's not gonna want to go and fuck you. He just wants to go home.
There's a lot of...
And, like, that's how it goes, you know?
There's a lot of conpogs happening in the chat right now, which I appreciate. Yeah. I love how technically, as of right now, Conpog is more popular than PogChamp. I like that.
PogChamp is dead.
Yeah,
Embrace
at least
Conpog.
I still think reject modernity, embrace tradition would have been a funnier way of changing it, because that space is stupid. I'll grant you, but like I like the I don't know. I like the embracing of the old that would have entailed. It's been a while. How are we all?
I'm okay.
It's been a busy month for everyone, I think. Not just us two, not just you guys, but just
stream,
everyone.
Like 2 months ago?
The last stream was the same stream. The last stream that we did that was of a video game was, like, I think, early December, but the last stream that we did all together was a Game Awards stream. Oh. So that was the 15th.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, yes.
It's a new year.
It is a new year. So much fucking stuff has happened. There is so much to go over, and hopefully...
Take that hat off inside.
No. My hair's a mess right now.
XX.
Oh, actually, it's not too bad.
I do enjoy the amount of conpogs, because like, I know they don't have another option.
Well, yeah, it's gonna
have... If you want a pog, It's gonna have to be con.
Well, I'm playing right now. Shut the fuck up, Shocklim. Well, here's the thing. When I'm playing, I'm not gonna get pogged. I very rarely get pogged. Nobody wants to celebrate my victories. People like it when you fuck with me. And that's why the last stream was a lot of fun, actually. Even if we spent like an hour in that fucking hospital. I should get a haircut soon, but, you know, I'm gonna wait until my new work yells at me to do it. Because I don't want to do it without.
They might just put a hairnet on you.
That too, that's the other thing.
Is that
but
the
I don't
first
want to wear.
topic you want to hop in? Is that even on the topic?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but yeah, I got employed by McDonald's.
McDonald's.
There's not I mean, there's not much to say about it, really. The only thing that's kind of nifty about it.
Cool.
Their machines are very sensible. I really like their machines, but like that's a given. You guys would have been able to figure that out, right? It's McDonald's.
McDonald's like would idiot-proof everything.
Yeah, like
so even like some of the bad hires they do, like they can't comically fuck everything.
With the local place that I was at before, everything was manual. Like times were manual. You had to like remember shit.
Yeah.
Everything has a timer at McDonald's, and I really appreciate that. You need a hairnet in the kitchen anyway. Ha! Tell that to the McDonald's I work at. I just wear a hat and it's fine. So, but yeah, they did tell me to shave. So that's the only thing really worth bringing up. Yeah. Really, is that they told me to shave, which I think is funny. Yeah, I didn't have an issue with that. It's not like your thing of like, what was it you did? You said it was for religious reasons that you wouldn't shave back in high school because you didn't want to shave either.
For the longest time, I was told to shave in high school.
I was too. Yeah, I was at the same.
It was like you're not allowed to have facial hair for whatever reason, and I just kept saying, okay, I'll do it tonight, and I kept that going for like a couple months. Then one of the teachers straight up said like, I'm going to just take you out the back and shave you, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna need to up the ante now. So I said, okay, my sister's wedding is coming up, and it's a Punjabi wedding. And Punjabi, it's traditional not to shave, so I'm doing that in support of that. And then he's like, fuck.
Fucker. Because he definitely knew what you were doing. I would have handled that differently, though. The second he would have, like, okay, because I had that too, that there was a teacher that was constantly telling me to shave. I just said, yeah, and like, that was it. I just never did it, but I'd always say yeah. But if he took me outside and said, I'm going to shave you myself, I would have immediately just, run! Run! Run away, because that's fucking creepy. Like, you can't just go back and shave people without their consent. No, it's not right, but, like, it's in the same ballpark of, like, you know, doing something.
Okay, but I'm getting a Brazilian done.
If you're shaving, go shaving everything, whether
if
you
you're
like
shaving,
it or not.
I don't want a smack of hair on my body. I want the eyebrows done.
I'm gonna look like one of them fucking monks. Because I need to set myself on fire tomorrow.
I want to look like a Zen-tight suit.
Before we get into the game...
I just didn't grow facial hair.
Yeah, that's a good way to get around it as well. There's a new monster, because of course we come back... And there's a new monster that have come out. It looks a lot like the old one, but it's actually a darker shade of pink. It's called Ultra Rosa, and it's 0 sugar. So I'm going to try this and see how it compares to the pink one that I usually have. He's already had it. He likes it. It just tastes like the white one. It really just tastes like the white one.
I remember it tasting a little different.
It's good. No, I really like the white ones. I'm okay with that, but like it's just the white one.
Okay. So you know how like with some flavors, it's like a spectrum.
Yeah.
Of like there's like a timeline going on.
Yeah.
At the start, it's kind of like a berry thing, but then like that's only for like a small segment of it, and then the rest
and then
of
it's white. Yeah.
Monster.
Then the taurine hits you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hey Coney, how's it going? New monster.
New monster. Holy, we got 7 viewers.
Woo! So it's always the first one back in a while where we do have a couple. I've noticed that. But I mean, you know, it's because
what's all this then? This all this then.
What? So this then.
Hang
what?
On, what was it? I came to nuke dukes and duke nukes, and I'm all out of nukes. Dun-dun-dun.
My favorite is still I'm here to chew ass and kick gum, and I'm all out of.
I came here to chew ass and eat bubble gum. And I'm all out of bubble gum.
Dick kick 'em.
Because you're not meant to eat bubble gum. because it doesn't dissolve in your body.
I have brought the appropriate amount of gum for this situation.
I'm here to watch all of this then.
And I'm all out of... I'm all out of conpogs. I am gonna play Duke Nukem Forever or 3D and or 3D on stream at some point. That is definitely happening.
So
also new headphones since the last stream, so that's fun. But yes, we're playing more Terminator because I liked the game. Fuck you, Nathan. Fuck, that's loud. How do you turn down? Yeah, but then it turns it down for them. How is the game audio? It seems good. I don't want to make it so they can't hear it.
Pretty loud. Alright, yeah, turn it down then. Pretty loud.
Pretty loud.
Turn it down in
okay,
game.
Back. Yeah. What the fuck was even going on in the game since the last time we were here?
You went to a hospital.
Oh yeah.
There was Terminators there, and then like you broke out.
Weirdly fragile Terminators as
One
well.
of them was weirdly fragile. A lot of them just died to grenades, which I don't watch Terminator, but that seems fair.
It took more than 2 in the movie. It took a couple. But, like, for the sake of the game, you know, 2's okay. Yeah, no, this new monster's good, but it is remarkably similar.
Oh, yeah, and you arrived at, like, a base of something, and, like, it was tutorializing some shit.
Look.
I think you have sex with this girl in the campaign.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to make some kind of censor thing at some point, just to quickly drag over the boobage. Because I do know there's boobage.
No, game doesn't have a streamer mode.
Does
Yeah.
it?
Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's the modern day
It's the modern day.
gameplay.
There's boobage in this? Yeah, booba.
Yeah, it is weird that we like. I still think America needs to fucking relax on like sex content.
Specifically, female nipples.
Just nipples, yeah. Just fucking nipple. Like what? You can. Cause like.
They're just not that interesting.
There's games where people get fucking torn to shreds, but then you show a nipple and the whole thing's now it's adult.
Yeah,
it's weird.
That's
It's very weird.
That's dumb.
So, thank you.
It's just double standards.
What's new with you?
What's new with you? What a good fucking question. So yeah, I got a job. That's been pretty good.
But there's something
You Nathan, what's new with you?
What was your character's name again?
T850? I don't know. I think he's a Terminator, but I don't know yet.
Boxes of adrenaline painkillers.
Oh, have you ever had the hospital painkillers before?
No.
Oh, they're so good.
Isn't it morphine? Isn't it like just straight fucking morphine?
I don't know if I got morphine. Whatever it was, it fucking works. Because now I understand why people get addicted to those things. You never told me you had a husband. I don't remember anything about you. I'm sorry.
You never asked.
I hate it when people say that. Hey, by the way, I was just walking to the store and I was just wondering, have you ever had a husband before? Like, what a weird fucking question to ask. Hey, Nathan, have you ever had a husband before?
You never asked.
Yeah, no, I'm asking now, Nathan. It's just, that's not how people speak. Apparently I can pick both options if I use the mouse to hover over one and then click down. Weird, but okay.
Did you know each other?
Your character just like speaks in tongues and says both things at the same time, and she just does the same back and answers both questions.
It is always fun when like you get that doubling effect in games like that.
You know where you get a lot of bad audio errors?
Where?
Cyberpunk.
Yeah! That is one of the big... So much about that game has happened since the last stream. Last stream, we had it for a day.
Yeah.
There is so much to... Okay, how do you want to start the Cyberpunk discussion? We've both played it, we should say that.
I haven't finished it yet, and I've got 70 hours in it.
I haven't finished yet, and I had 6 hours in it before I realized this is fucking awful, and I refunded it. Honestly, by default, that was my worst game of that year. There's a lot of good that is in that game, and I'm willing to, like, extend that. I'm willing to admit that there's a lot that's in there that's like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But it's also an unfinished game. If this was an early access game, I'd be like, yeah, you know what, there's a lot here.
Low key, I think something they could have done was like
Feel the same?
to somewhat alleviate it was like after the launch and everyone's like, yeah, game not finished. If they literally just like
Convinced
on Steam it just turned into an
This-
early access title,
take care of
like that would be scummy, but at the same time, like at least you're not lying anymore.
no story.
See, they couldn't do that though because then Sony would be releasing an early access
Yeah.
game full price, like, and you're not allowed to do that.
You're not
Honestly,
allowed
I'll
to
give
do
Sony.
that.
But then Sony just took it off.
Yeah,
the price, so
I'll give Sony kudos. I never give Sony kudos, but I'll give them kudos. I wasn't expecting that move, and I respect it.
That's all.
It's like,
Is there a word what you would call it, Connor? Is there a particular word?
I'm not saying
Mind
based.
about joining the resistance.
I'm not being like, you can be the based cringe guy. I'll use English words, okay? That's the differentiating factor here.
I really appreciate.
Okay, new quest. God, it's been a while. Just to go off topic for a second, I do want to say that, like, after we played this the first time, I was giving this game some thought, and I think I thought a bit more highly of it after I stopped playing it, because I don't know, there's a weird charm to this game, like.
I think you're having like the same thing I have with like the Mad Max game, where it's like it's
Maybe.
not as good as what like I'm making it out to be, but like it's hitting all of the right strokes for you. It's like rubbing your brain just the right way.
See, you got that.
I like that it leaves me alone
You didn't
sometimes.
think
It
I
just
would,
lets
did
me,
you?
go about and
Go
do my own
back,
Terminator bullshit.
just
It's not
fix it.
overly, it's not too hand-holdy. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
It's not like
something
it's linear,
for
but it's not like you're going this way linear.
I don't, which is not to say I don't like linear. I mean, Doom 2016 was one of my favorite games.
It's just
but,
a knife with some wires and batteries plugged into it.
but they're made out of wires and
It's
batteries.
the Termination
Hon-
knife.
honestly, it really is the equivalent of like tying a human finger to a knife and like that shuts down humans somehow. I mean, it's a knife. It was always gonna shut down a human, but like now it's gonna doubly do it.
Terminator with a single stab. So if you sneak in and you want to.
Oh, that's okay, mate. I managed to kill a Terminator with one buckshot when he fucking spawned into the next wall.
Terminated. Wow, that was almost as bad.
That wasn't a
as Jack.
pun. Alright, sorry. So, but yes, Cyberpunk. I just wanted to say that about Terminator.
No, I
Resistance
just
before we
reading
get back.
that dialogue there like hurt my brain.
I'd say all
It's like-
this is completely unnecessary. Like, you don't need this system.
I
of
say, do
speaking.
you really like? Is Ryan that big of a character to where we
got me
need to
thinking
ask about his
the whole
story?
tough
Like, do
Well,
we really care?
If you like Eli from Half-Life,
Him around.
I mean, there's
He's
that.
like got the same like vest on and everything.
He was the
I
only
know.
one who didn't
It's
lose
almost
his
like I
mind.
said that joke for a reason. Yeah. But yeah,
Handle it.
the beard's identical as well.
I don't even really know where to begin with
Nowadays,
Cyberpunk,
children are
So-
born
and I have like
death.
the most to say about it, kind of, because I've got the most time in it.
I feel like yours and ours opinion are gonna differ a little bit because yeah, obviously there is a big disparity between the fact that I played for 6 hours and that was the stopping point for me, whereas you've played like not a full playthrough, but
Okay,
you've gotten quite a bit in.
Here's what I've noticed everyone has done that stopped
drive
playing
someplace
it.
safe.
They play for like 7 or like in some cases, some people in our friends group, 15 hours straight when it first came
Yeah.
out, and then they just stopped playing it. When it came out, I played it for 2 hours, said it was shit, and then I just kept playing 2 hours at a time
Yeah.
for a really long time.
Finally, we found
See,
a couple
that's probably a decent way to stomach it, but when I see something that's just stupid and shouldn't happen, that's enough to put me off play. Here's how I stopped. You probably remember it. You're in a building with Jackie. It's like a big heist thing.
Yeah.
And it's on the way out when you're trying to escape. You get to an elevator and there's like a big guy in the elevator and you kill him and then you check his body, right? That's what's supposed to happen. What happened to me was there was a big guy in an elevator and then he wasn't in an elevator. Then he wasn't in an elevator. Then he wasn't in the elevator. And then I think I threw a grenade in there. Then there was a corpse in the elevator. Then it wasn't in the elevator. Then it was in the elevator. Then it was... I couldn't finish the fucking quest because of the fucking the teleporting body. And I was like, I could probably reload this and try again.
Or
But
I
how
could
long in...
refund it.
Or I could, yeah, how long until the next fucking break?
How long until the next teleporting body shows up?
Did your city get hit?
Like, That was probably the worst glitch I got. Like, the rest was just weird shit, whereas, like, sometimes it would skip the ends of dialogue, which that was annoying and that put me off, but, like, I could read the subtitles. The other one was just really bad texture pop-ins.
Yeah.
Where it was like, oh, what is that indistinguishable grey block that we're chasing on the road? Oh, it was a van the whole time! Oh, silly me. I gotta get these fucking eye optics changed or something. But yeah, so it pisses me off, and like the whole story around it, the way that CD Projekt Red have been handling it, like throwing their QA under the team, only giving bonuses to the people that like overworks themselves, like that's a fuck you. The fact that they offered refunds but didn't tell Sony or Microsoft when they did it, in a way that is quite based, but also you're not meant to do that. Yeah, I said based, you're welcome.
Based, but not in like a proper business practices way.
Speaking of business practices though, the one good thing about this is that now every time CD Projekt release a game, they're gonna have to jump through a lot of hoops with Sony and Microsoft to get it approved.
You know what's really sad?
What's that?
Is Steam has like a tiered system when it comes to sales, where it's like if you sell, I think it's like 30 million copies of a game, you like the slice of money Steam takes gets less and less. So normally Steam takes a flat 30%.
Yeah.
And CD Projekt Red had sold enough of copies of The Witcher 3 so that I think Steam was only taking like 5% or something.
That makes sense, yeah. So that way that you can
So that means when the refunds came in,
You're going to pass it
only 5% of it hit Steam. 95% of that money came out of CD Projekt Red.
Oh, I had to go through such a fucking hassle to get that game refunded through Steam as well. I wasn't expecting it because it was Cyberpunk, and it makes sense that I should be able to get a refund. I had to request a refund, I think, 12 times before they actually did. Yeah, it got to the point where I was just, like, having a conversation with the people that were rejecting me through the, like... Add any notes where I'm just like, dude, it's Cyberpunk. You know why I'm asking for a refund. You know why I'm here. I wouldn't get any response other than the automated, oh, we've decided that you're not eligible for this refund. Yeah. And then eventually they decided I was eligible. I think when they realized that, because one of the things I put in the notes was, I'm petty enough to keep this going forever. And I think they realized, oh, he really is petty enough to keep this going forever. So they just refunded me. Because, yeah. I needed the money, and Cyberpunk was not worth $80. No. But yeah, no. So it's fucking fascinating. Like everything that's been going on in like behind the scenes as well, has been fucking a depressing read.
They're gonna like this is like almost like ET level bad.
I wouldn't go that far because
I said almost.
I wouldn't even say almost because Cyberpunk didn't end the game industry for 3 years.
Might have ended the pre-order industry though.
Ah, no, I think people are too stubborn not to continue with that kind of stuff.
Because like people are gonna make documentaries about this shit.
Who do we want to impress, the old lady or the kid?
You always do the kid.
Okay, we'll do the kid. Because
the old lady's life's nearly over anyway.
I don't want to have sex with
Although,
the kid,
what's the quote? It's like, fear the old person in the industry where people die young.
If there is a quote there, that's definitely not it.
No,
that wasn't elegant, but I forget the fucking controls because there's like a weapon select somewhere.
Yeah, you got your weapon wheel.
Yeah, but the inventory.
You've got a bunch of like shitty weapons that can't kill Terminators, and then you've got a bunch of weapons that can. We've got one weapon that can kill a Terminator, so it's kind of like
these can kill all the other things. So I'll use these for like the little shitty. Honestly, the shotgun was really good when it wasn't a T800, so. I respect a game where you shoot something and it goes, this weapon is ineffective. I respect that. I'm just saying no. It's like, I haven't played Fallen Order, but I know in the Darth Vader boss fight, they don't even bother putting up a health bar. Because it's Darth Vader. I respect that. Oh god. Oh god, it has been a while. Why is the sensitivity weird? Okay. We're gonna reload.
Get your comic box out, boys.
And I'm gonna...
We're back.
I'm just gonna look at the controls.
We're back. 20 minutes in, first death.
I know there's
I'm thinking I'm back. I'm here to shit ass.
That should have been the title of the stream. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. I love how you fucking discovered that Keanu Reeves is a bad actor because of Cyberpunk, though. Because everybody else had known that for years, but this is new information for you. Because you don't watch movies. You saw John Wick.
I see John Wick, that's about it.
But that's not a role that requires much acting.
No. That's very much like, you honestly could have paid a stuntman to do that movie. And like, that would have been better.
I wouldn't say it would be better, because Keanu Reeves is good at that one particular role of this, like, stone-faced, like, semi-socially retarded, bless you, gun person. Okay, what are controls? Because I know there's like some kind of I
still find it funny, like, how much you enjoy this game.
Because
by all means, this
Detective
game has
Mode,
everything that like it's very, like, it's a modern, like, you know, took influence from.
It's an amalgamation of a lot of shit.
Like, it's got your crafting, it's got your fucking what's it called, level up, like, skill tree thing.
But not it's not deep at all.
It's not deep. It has no relevance to the plot whatsoever.
Is this the right thing?
Yeah, I watched my boyfriend play Batman Arkham City, and it occurred to me how short that game is. Like, he finished that game in the weekend I was over at his house.
It's about 8 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, and like, it only, because I was like, I didn't watch from start to finish. Like, I came back and he like just finished the intro when I was like at work, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll watch it. I like Arkham City. And then he finished it, and I was like, wait, holy fuck, that game is short.
I forget what the heal button is.
That game, I forgot that game had a skill tree.
Yeah, no, Asylum had one too.
Yeah, I know Asylum did. But, like, Batman doesn't feel like he should have a skill tree. What has Batman got to learn?
I suppose that is a good point, but, like, it's a video game. So
like, the gadgets make sense. Like,
the gadgets,
like,
that
he's adapting to the situation. He's like, Alfred, I need the new Dildo 3000 with an oscillating pussy on it. Sending it in now, master.
I was particularly a fan of the scene where Batman's like, Alfred, I'm gonna need the Batmobile. It's like, dude, that was an option this whole time, and you're only now cooling it in? You know how much shit you could have done from the Batmobile? Probably lots. Oh, I've got no
I still don't hate Arkham Knight. It has issues, but it's fine.
I haven't played Arkham Knight, so I'm really not allowed to comment, but I'm gonna say you're wrong just because fuck you. I do know that I hate what they did to Scarecrow, though. I know that, because Scarecrow was one of the better parts in Asylum, and he just looked fucking goofy in 9.
They really couldn't just, what's it called? They really just couldn't keep the Joker dead, could they?
Yeah, it's
annoying. They had to bring Mark Hamill back.
Because...
Do you know the plot reason for it?
It's like in his psyche or something like that. No. Batman's kind of becoming a Joker.
You know in City how he gets injected with the Joker blood.
Yeah, that which causes the whole awesome ending to that movie. That game.
They basically they say it's like, oh, you're getting Joker-fied. So Batman has 7 of the people who got injected, because you know how Joker sent out his blood to blood banks.
Yeah.
In Gotham. Only 7 people actually got the blood delivered.
That was Joker's, yeah.
Yeah, so he has those 7 people fucking captured, which, based for going in on the whole, yeah, Batman's a bit of a fascist.
Yeah, I think that's an important part of his character that people forget about sometimes.
It's like, because he's not a hero, he's a vigilante.
He's an anti-hero.
Like...
Well, actually, I wouldn't even say he's an anti-hero, because he does have, like, it's not like he's working for himself. He is working for his idea of justice, but his idea of justice is very extreme.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I'm getting a fucking gram of weed, and now I'm getting my legs broken.
Okay.
He's like, talk! And I'm like, ah!
Okay, he would blow up drug dealers, not drug users. Oh, I forgot about these fucking things. Where's my shotgun? Okay. I don't even need to aim. It's a shotgun. What am I doing? That did... Oh, God. Oh, God. I thought... Fuck's sake. I don't have any healing items. I can probably craft more.
You're dying to the taser spiders.
It's been a hot minute, Nathan. People
there was stealth in this game, remember?
Yeah, but I'm dumb.
Use your termination knife.
Hold on, I think I have
You can craft shit, can't you?
craft. I think. I want to
Maybe
make
you
health
can't
kits.
craft.
I think I need to go to a bench or something.
Yeah.
Maps.
Ooh, I love a crafting bench. I wonder what game they stole that from.
Crafting table. But to be fair, I don't think you can attribute that to any one game. I mean, yes, Minecraft was like a big deal, but it's not like that was the one. It's not like that was the first game to have a fucking crafting element. Oh, I found where the melee button is.
That'll be helpful, I guess.
But yeah.
Wait, so what are we talking about? Cyberpunk?
We're talking about...
We're talking about
we're talking about Batman, actually. No, yeah. I was actually going to say... Because I said this when Origins came out. That, like, if you keep using the Joker, it just becomes, like, the dialect from Doctor Who of, like, you just get sick of seeing him all the time.
Stop. Cyberpunk. What? Like, how did I get from Cyberpunk to Batman?
I don't know. The nature of conversation.
Yes.
Everything's the nature...
Oh, wait, no. Okay, hang on. It was a tangent because I said,
Yeah.
Because I said that this game had a skill tree and it didn't need one.
I would...
Neither did Arkham City.
Well, I'd say it did need. Oh, I don't agree. It's an RPG.
This game or...
Oh, see, you said you were talking about Cyberpunk again, so I...
No,
No, yeah, this game doesn't need... This game probably doesn't need, like, a skill tree either.
No, Cyberpunk
Balance through
needs a skill
more
tree,
weapons.
but its skill tree is fucking shit. There's
It
so many
really was bad,
There's
yeah.
so many useless perks. One of my favorite ones in the stealth skill tree is become undetectable in water. You only played 6 hours, but how much water did you encounter that you could swim in? How much? Because I can count on one hand the amount of time that I could have used water in a combat scenario.
I think T-Pain was drinking a glass of water at some point.
Like, I've got 2 characters. One, I've named just simply, she's not V, she's Glue.
I respect that.
I'm maxing everything in Annihilation and Body.
Oh,
So just health and shotgun.
Just quickly on that note, though, of Glue, I want to point out that the moment I did quit was the moment where I was given a shotgun for the first time. So the game had every reason to draw me in at that point, and it didn't. So I'm not biased when I say that that game has issues. That's why, because I love shotguns, and that game shotgun had me none too impressed. Well, I liked the shotgun, sorry, but like everything else was just too annoying. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, and my other character is like stealth hacking, and that is so broken. Like, it is like night and day how hard the stealth hacking is versus like the Glue build. The Glue build is unironically hard, and I'm maxing like armor and health. Like, I'm making stuff that should be easier, and like those fights are so much harder because the shotguns don't do anything. They're just not as efficient as like... One of my hacking things is turn someone cyber psycho. And you can do that...
So it's the Assassin's Creed thing of throwing those, like, you know, drugs
crazy
at people.
bombs, yeah. The Joker bombs. And, like, I can do that on the people who are, like, higher level than me that I'm not meant to fight.
Oh, that's great.
So then I just... I've never lost a fight now.
I'm guessing it doesn't even have, like, a lesser effect, like how most games balance that sort of thing. No, it just...
It is a minute cooldown, that's it. So I just use it and run away. And that's how I've been clearing out, like, areas that I just shouldn't be allowed
Game
in.
devs, you need to be careful when it comes to using the enemies as a mechanic, because you can fuck that up very easily. Whenever I swap weapons, I get the Uzi twice, I think. Yeah, no, look,
Are you using the scroll wheel?
I am.
My scroll wheel's broken.
That's right, it is. Alright, let me remember.
Numbers.
Okay, 1 is good assault rifle.
1
2 is Uzi. 3 is that. 4 is the shotgun. Alright, I'll try to remember that. I hate using the numpads, but yeah. Anyway.
But yeah,
It does make sense that if anything's going to be broken, though, it should be the hacking, because that's the game's most unique feature, I guess. Like,
yeah,
is
but,
that the hacking...
like, I think it's like a missed opportunity, because, like, you saw Adam Smasher, that dude who is just a hulking behemoth.
Well, I mean, I saw...
The fact that you can't become him by maxing Glue, like, annoys me.
That should be a top-level thing.
Yeah, but, like, you should become a... You should have the option to become a walking... that game is just missed opportunities.
Yeah, I don't...
And then, like, the opportunities they did go for, like, aren't executed that well.
I was perturbed right off the bat just because the character customization wasn't that great. Like, the faces and, like, what you can do to the face and the eyes, I guess, were like, oh, that's kind of nifty. But, like...
First-person game, ooh, yeah, I love that.
Yeah, but, like, tattoos, I like having some cool tattoos. There's, like, 5 tattoos you can choose between.
And it's not like, is it Saints Row that does, like, the layering system?
I just want to point out that the second I get out of this hacking minigame, I need to move.
Where it's like, I think it's Saints Row that does, like, the tattoo layering system, where it's like, you can have multiple tattoos, like, stacked on top of each other. Whereas Cyberpunk's system is, you have one tattoo as a preset.
Yeah, and you can't even, like, you can't pick where it is, which is important. Like, I've always said to myself that if I get a tattoo, I want it somewhere, like, not on my arms. Or somewhere visible, somewhere where I have to be, like, semi-naked for anyone to see. Not because I'm ashamed of tattoos, just because I think, like, oh, if I want a tattoo, I want it to be special, but...
By maxing what? Glue. Okay, by maxing the body skill. Because that gives you health and, like, stamina and just, like, shit that would make you tanky. And also, that's like in the body skill tree is stuff related to shotguns.
Also, we should say that one of our inside jokes that one day we might be able to put on a shirt, who knows, is that glue means you like dumb shotgun-like things or grappler characters or just anything like gameplay-wise that's really dumb. Like, I like wrestling because wrestling is ultra glue. That's an example of glue.
Glue eternal.
Where did that start? Do we even remember? It had something to do with shotguns.
You know the worst part about the glue thing?
What's that?
Is we didn't even come up with it.
Oh, was that not us?
It was Rock Pun.
Oh, of course it was.
Because it was grappling players consume glue. And then that also extended to shotguns.
I think it was shotguns first. Okay, fuck.
It became your identity.
Because I like glue. It's a... Oh, fuck me.
That gun does not do a lot of damage.
I don't have... Oh, wait, the shotgun did a lot, I remember, on these. Somehow. Okay, that's not great.
Crit. Cyberpunk crit build. Oh yeah, one of the like skill trees you can get in the hacking thing is you can make your like hacks crit, and one of the hacks is like just spread damage to everyone in the area. Oh. And if that crits, you legitimately just wipe the whole compound out. I've seen someone take on like a late game mission by critting with that like spreading move. That was it. One like. I call it a spell, because it's basically what it is.
That's interesting. I mean, I'm not against games that let you break it to a certain extent, but I feel like Cyberpunk is very narratively structured, so doing that is... like it takes you out of it, so that shouldn't be one of those games.
It mainly annoys me, because it's like... I don't hate it, but I wish the plot would really, like, you could show off that your character was different a lot more ways. Like, I wish you would do a bit more Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 1 and 2, where it's like, you know, I could say, like, specifically because I have this amount of stat, my character can say something different.
Yeah, that is a good way.
It's like, oh, we need to hack something, and I wish my character could just say, like, hey, I could do that from here, my hacking is max.
What I'm about to say is going to annoy you, but you want to know a game that does do that?
Is it Undertale or some shit?
Tokimeki Memorial.
Can you Tokimeki finish the fucking mission?
Yeah, no, sorry.
I saw someone being naked having a katana. Yeah, the blade skill tree I've heard is really dumb as well, because apparently...
Oh, I can blow these up, I remember.
One of them's like, when you kill someone with like swords, you get health back, so you don't even need health anymore, because you can just like dash around and just delete people. Which I mean is like, it's a Cyber Samurai is fun, but like... It just feels like a lot of some skill trees are so much better than the others.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like, it feels night and day. Look, I'm not one to say, like, oh, you should, like, buff or nerf shit in a single-player game, because that's dumb.
Sorry,
but,
continue.
like, it shouldn't be that bad.
I would say that, yeah, there is sometimes cases where you should, like... balance isn't just a multiplayer.
No. Balance is like the breadth of viable options.
Exactly, yeah, because it's human nature to pick whatever is the easiest.
Yeah.
So you want to incentivize people to have to change it up.
That's the thing that's gonna...
Ah!
There's the old game design term where it's like, given the option, players will optimize the fun out of the game.
Yeah, so it's your job as a game designer to make them not do that.
I believe there is 2, whatever those are.
Well,
There's another dot on the mini map that's behind a van. Oh, there's 3 dots now. Maybe you should just run.
Yeah.
You're dead anyway. Wait, what happened? Wait, Cyberpunk?
that was a bit of a
Wait, is that a
one.
Cyberpunk reference?
Who was it that said they were talking about there was a review and they were talking about Ghost Runners and they said that was the true Cyberpunk game of 2020 and that was the because that's exactly what Cyberpunk was trying to be. It was trying to be the Cyberpunk.
I
think
can't
it was
remember.
Ratsuben? Architect of Gaming, I think it might have been actually.
Maybe.
I think it was Architect of Gaming. But yes.
I can't believe Terminator Resistance ripped off Cyberpunk. I'm gonna make that a thing. Whenever I see a bug, I'm gonna say it's a Cyberpunk reference.
That's funny. I like that. I will aid you in that quest.
It's a Cyberpunk reference.
Speaking of like Cyberpunk and oh yeah, it really is a lot. Speaking of that though, I decided this week to play Witcher 3 for the first time, just to give myself a good like point of comparison as well, and it really is night and day.
It's night and day, yeah.
I mean, the worst thing I got with Witcher 3 is the way that the grass textures would pop in like at a really short render distance, but I think that was just because one of my settings was weird.
Yeah.
I tried to change it, but I couldn't find anything, and I didn't care enough, so... fuck me.
The crouch is so low in this game, it looks like a pro.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Honestly, the fucking shotgun was, like, really good at dealing with this guy.
Why? The AI is so weird. It's just like, he just wanders around.
See, this is
What
why
else
you
do-
don't need cover shooting mechanics in games, because I can do this myself. Oh, shit.
One of the, okay, so a little bit of praise, because the writing of Cyberpunk is pretty good.
That was actually
But
another
it's still-
question. Are there any characters that are at least decent? Because I didn't really run into that many, like, noteworthy people
I like
in my
Panam.
life.
I'm annoyed because the character I progressed enough on is a female V, and Panam is straight. I can't fuck Panam, and then the only other romance option I did like was, Carrie, and Carrie's gay. So I'm literally just fucked.
See, in a Cyberpunk game, that's probably where you have an excuse to be a bit of a slut and just sleep around, because it's like, it's the future.
So, guess I've got to go with Judy. Judy's fine, she's just a bit one note.
I think I met, she was like the person that did those like video brain porn things.
Brain porn.
Yeah, I met her, I was like, she's cute, but like, there's not much to go on yet.
Well, yeah, you don't... the game doesn't really open up until you finish the heist.
I did hear that, like, it takes a while.
It's actually honestly kind of overwhelming, because after you finish
That's
the heist
fine.
mission, like, every time you go into a new district, the fixer for that district calls you. So, like, your first 5 minutes driving around when the city's actually open is literally just getting non-stop phone calls. And it's like, fuck me, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, a better game would have, like, had a more organic way of giving you quests. So that was a great thing about New Vegas, is that it all was very interconnected. Like, you'd run into an area, and you just naturally run into a lot of people there that would just give you quests, and you could get to it in your own time.
There's very few moments in New Vegas where a character just randomly runs up to you and gives you a quest, and when it
Except
does,
with the coin guy, I remember him.
I was gonna say, the only time that happens is with the coin guy.
Yeah.
And the coin guy is specifically like, it's you know.
That's a very side quest.
It's a very like that's like the culture of the coins.
They're wanderers.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that tends to be how collectors work.
The only way I do that differently is delay it a bit, because it happens the moment you pick up one fucking coin. If you pick up that coin, that guy is like already like on your location.
By the way, I really liked H Bomber's New Vegas video.
Oh, you watched it all now?
Oh yeah, I watched it all when you sent it to me.
Oh.
I'm not one for like, you know, doing that sort of thing. Oh Jesus.
I think they're below you.
No, they're above me.
Oh.
Why would they?
This has got to be Colin's hiding.
Well, I've accidentally started one of the other stuff. I don't have any healing
items.
items. Shut the fuck up. Can I just say, one of the most disappointing things about the game, though, is something that can't be, like, fixed. And it's that, like, I like the idea of 3 origins, like, for your RPG character having, like, big, like, changes in how the story develops, which is something they said would be the case. That is not the case. It is like a 20-minute intro for each character that all result in the same fucking cutscenes. And yeah, some dialogue which doesn't even change anything. Wasn't it like only 5% of the like dialogue like choices has any effect on anything?
Yeah, it's not much. It like I have not had a moment where it's like my origin or my skills has made a quest like easier, or I've like been able to circumvent something. Whereas like I can think of so many options with New Vegas where it's like my speech skill meant I just like circumvented a whole fight, or like my sneak skill meant I got to like sneak into something.
It really is. It's just not finished, and I feel bad because. Like, from what I've heard, the developers seem like really cool people. But, you know, they're working under the thumb of, like, the most mega corporate game publisher, not publisher, development studio in Poland. So it's like...
You know what was pretty cool, writing-wise? I actually appreciate a little bit of tasting of the world building, with also some representation sprinkled in on it as well. There's a moment where a character reveals that she's trans, and V seems more surprised that she doesn't have any implants in her. That's a good bit of world building now.
Yeah, because it demonstrates that like that sort of thing isn't really that big of a like it's not that much of a discriminatory point in the future as it would be today.
It's more weird or like odd for her to not have implants than to be trans.
Because
that's a good bit of writing though.
I picked Nomad because I thought that would be the most drastic like point of origin as compared to such like Corpo or Street Rat. It was either going to be Street Rat or Nomad for me. And if I picked Street Rat, I probably wouldn't have noticed the fact that it was weirdly not that different because like Street Rat just is how every version of V acts and talks. Like if you were Nomad, you really should have the way you spoke should have been like pseudo like Native American. Like just some kind of weird like inflections on things. But yeah, there's no different. And if you're Corpo, you should be like cold as fuck, but you're not. And it's weird. It's just it just takes you out of it. It took me out of it. So everyone gets the same fucking cutscene. It's like, oh, this Corpo sure knows how to fire a gun 20 minutes into the game. Because that's what I thought Corpo would be. It's like
that. What's it called? You had that 20-minute intro segment with Jackie. So now you're you know,
I also
all trained up and everything. And,
I thought Jackie was completely unique to Nomad at first because he looked nomad-y. I was like, oh, everybody gets their own like first like companion. That's cool. Everyone gets someone unique. Knows, oh, everyone gets Jackie. Corpo should not have given a shit who Jackie was.
No.
Alright, we're gonna do Colin's side
Jackie
quest
shouldn't
first.
have given a shit about like some random Corpo dude who just lost his life.
They're like they're fucking diametric opposites. And that makes for good characterization, I will admit. But that's not how they flesh those two out in the Corpo mode. I know because you showed me it.
Yeah.
Laser trap. Well, yeah, okay. I know how to. I played Half-Life. I know how to deal with laser traps. Where can I shoot it? Okay, well I can't shoot this one, so you nearly killed me there, Mr. Pipe Man. Oh, I can deactivate. Mr. Pipe Man. Yeah, because that's a good laser trap. The type where the button to deactivate it is on. It was beeping. I want you to know that. It scared me for a second. I thought it was about to go off. So yeah, I can...
Can you shoot it?
Probably, but I feel if I shoot it, it'll probably explode. There's too close. I'll try shooting this one. Yeah, I can take cover.
I like that, with that one that's facing diagonal. Oh, okay. There you go.
I knew I shouldn't have shot it, but I wanted to placate you. This is what happens when I placate you, Nathan. My limbs come off.
I like that with the diagonal one, it's not even facing diagonally down. The laser just, like, goes, fuck it. Not straight.
I mean, Like, I like this game so far. It has issues, and one of those issues is that it's not massively polished. Like, that Terminator on the wall thing will still fucking get me.
It's a Cyberpunk reference. You didn't get it.
I wish that I could afford to hire editors, because I would really like that moment to be in a video. Because that was just fucking funny.
Imagine being that big of a streamer to where your life is basically, I just find an editor, and he just sits there and watches my streams.
Yeah, but, like, usually there's a culture where the editor was gonna... Fuck, mate. Was probably gonna do that anyway. Like, Germa's... Holy mackerel, he was making Germa edits before Germa was even, like, really big on streaming.
Yeah, a lot of people I see, like, they'll like, just, like, collect clips and shit of, you know, like, streamers, like, before they even get hired as an editor.
Yeah, and, like, I mean, yeah, fair enough.
And
I mean, they literally
so
proved they can do it.
It's so risky, though. Because, like...
For the
streamer
or the editor?
For the editor. Because, like, it goes either way.
If you get a really shithead, like, streamer...
If you get a shithead streamer...
Yeah.
Like, what they literally just say, like, oh, this person's literally just taking my content and uploading it. I hate them. And then, like, that's it. You're just fucked.
Oh, you mean... I thought you meant, like, after they're hired.
No. I've seen it go either way. Either they're like, oh, that's cool. I'll hire them and pay them for their work. That'll be cool. That'll be, you know, that'll be good. Then that means, you know...
I can make sure that they're doing good work.
Yeah. And, or they just go, wow, they're just taking my content.
Yeah, because that's such a shitty way of going about it. YouTube's a really good avenue for marketing yourself. That's what it's... That's one of the things it's still good for.
Yeah.
Combat
stimulant.
To assign them to defense slot and press H. Okay. So that... Okay, that's just steroids. Awesome. One of the weird things about Duke Nukem Forever is that Duke gets drunk off one fucking beer. And granted, it was a big can of beer, but, like, I feel like Duke Nukem should not be a fucking lightweight, you know what I mean? I know that's a weird thing to just bring up,
Don't tell anyone. He doesn't like people knowing that he's a lightweight.
But yes. What else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else, but, evaded my mind.
But yeah, Cyberpunk is more like... It's more like... It's not an RPG. Or at least it's not a very deep RPG. It's a lot more like Fallout or Borderlands.
Yeah.
If you like those two games, you'll probably get a decent amount out of Cyberpunk.
I hate Borderlands, I like Fallout. Wait, you wouldn't call Fallout an RPG?
Not 4.
Okay.
I'd say it's more like 4.
Okay. Well, differentiate that one next time, because I was about to say, yeah, Fallout's they're decent RPGs. Even 3 was like... There was a couple things in its RPG department that didn't work great, but... I don't know.
Yeah, the random chance.
That was particularly like, what the fuck were you thinking with that?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite one. Oh yeah.
I don't know how the fuck I get over... Oh, do I need
to
have
a
down here first?
Closing thoughts on Cyberpunk?
Well, okay. The developers have said 6 months to make this a finished product. Which... They actually sounded...
Patch 1.1 came out the other day, which is supposedly... Patch 1.1 is the foundation to begin the repairs.
That's a fuck.
And that's not a good thing for patch 1.1 of the game.
Yeah, it'll nearly be a game. We're on the way to making this a video game. But no, the people who work on Cyberpunk, when they said that, they actually had an air of optimism to them when they said that, so I actually believe them when they say that, but... However, I am being cautious as well, like, because it's seeding.
I mean,
it's the developers that said that, not the publishers.
We were on PC. Like, my experience with Cyberpunk has actually not been that bad because I could run the game, and also I've actually not had that many bugs, and I've only had one that's been like, you know, I had to reload. I've actually had like pretty clean experience with that. I've just been really lucky. I can't imagine being a PS4 or Xbox One player.
Yeah, neither. I just feel bad. Because here's the thing, and people go, it's okay, they're going to patch it anyway, who cares? There are some people who live in areas that just don't have internet.
Yeah.
And that sounds backwards and weird, but, you know, kids in fucking the, you know, outskirts of nowhere, what are they going to do? Their version of Cyberpunk is the broken one forever. So they don't get to patch it.
They have to wait for the shittest Game of the Year edition.
Yes, yeah. Do you think it's gonna get any awards at the Game Awards next year? Or do you think they're gonna wash their hands of the whole fucking sorted affair?
If it does get an award, I'd be fucking baffled. It'll probably get some dumb shit on
Keanu
Steam,
Reeves
like
best.
fucking. It'll probably get some dumb shit as like fucking you know, like what do they call it on Steam? The labor of love, where it's like the devs just keep working on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that a labor of love just so much as it is labor. Fuck you,
A labor of love, just a promise finally kept. A little late, but better late than never.
I probably should have been paying attention to what that lady said, because I have no idea how to approach this.
It's a Skynet outpost.
Go to Jennifer's... Yeah, I... As far as they're aware, that just blew up randomly.
How intelligent is the AI meant to be again?
Well, Terminators don't need to be intelligent. That's kind of the thing that I think this game does well, is that the Terminators are just brute meatheads that... Because it's not the Terminators that, like, orchestrated this. It's Skynet, which is the big, like, you know, computer mainframe. It was what was America's defense network. That they just let run on autopilot for a while because it was that sophisticated. There was no reason to have humans, you know, monkey with it. But then it evolved itself to the point where it realized, huh, we could just kill the humans and run the shit ourselves. And then they did it. That's why Terminator 2 was such a good fucking movie, because one of the Terminators just learnt how to love a human. And yeah, it's an Oh boy. Oh boy. We're okay. He didn't see me. Oh god. Duh 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 duh. Duh.
Headshot.
Beep! This was a mistake. This was absolutely a mistake.
He's a bit tanky.
I wanted to do the meme thing. Oh, whatever. I should have used the combat stimulant, yeah.
You should have used the termination knife.
Oh, shit, I should have. That was the
termination
moment. Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with me? How far back are they?
It's I forget about the termination knife, too.
We haven't had a moment to use it.
It's
Okay.
not a very, you know, exciting thing. Termination knife.
There's a... That killed the big one. Alright, I'm gonna wait for one to come near and then, yeah, do the termination knife. How do I equip it?
I think you just have to... You've got 5 of them now?
Ah, that's lockpicks. Well, can I replace it with this? Yeah, okay.
I thought you just had to go behind something and then click a button.
That would be a sensible way of implementing it. Like have it be like the...
Like, just go behind them, click melee, and if you have the termination knife, you
Yeah.
use that instead of just, you know, hitting it with the fucking wrench.
Yeah, which would... If that did anything, I'd be annoyed at the game more than I'd be...
But yeah.
I like that this game has stealth mechanics, because I feel like that would be sensible when you live in this kind of apocalypse where there's robots everywhere. You couldn't really just
a head-on fight doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it shouldn't be your go-to option. It should be an option, but it shouldn't be your go-to. And yeah, the Terminators are just, you know, threatening when they're not goofing out. Oh god, oh god. If I just walk, is he gonna notice? How? What? What the fuck? Come on, I was... Oh, whatever. God damn it.
I want my water.
There's your...
Why isn't water a termination method? Just spray them with water, they're electric.
My iPhone's waterproof. If the T800s aren't waterproof, something's gone wrong with future technology. But yes. So yeah, final thoughts on Cyberpunk. I hope it's a good game one day, but we can only wait and see.
I mean, supposedly, what was the thing? They literally straight up, like, quoted, like, yeah, we're trying to go for the No Man's Sky method.
Yes.
Eventually, the game will be what's promised.
There's a reason why No Man's Sky is impressive. It's because they really had no incentive to do that. Cyberpunk has every incentive to fix itself.
I was about to say, it's like, No Man's Sky...
They were hired.
They what's it called? They went in, delivered, you know, not what they said they were going to deliver, and then just didn't talk and just sat down and just did the work.
I think that was the best lesson that Sean Murray ever learned, was just, okay, I can't be the PR guy because I'm not good at it. I'm just gonna develop the fucking game. Like, it's fucking insulting to me that who was it that became their publisher once it got big? Because I don't think it was EA, but my head keeps saying EA.
Wasn't it Sony?
It might have been Sony. Whoever it was, they should have gotten them some PR guys. Like, that just makes sense. Just, yeah. It's when you don't have media training, it's hard to just say things in front of a shitload of people. I'm gonna fucking actually look at see if there's like a button for the Terminator knife. Terminator. Take photo, flashlight, map, journal. Nope. 2. So how do you fucking... Does it have to be while I'm stealthed up? Oh god.
I think so, yeah. I think you have... Oh.
I'm gonna hide again. And he'll get bored.
Hide again. Never been.
Yeah, it's this guy. He'll turn around eventually. He's already turned around.
He gets bored. Can't really blame him, really.
Well,
he's playing Terminator Resistance.
Well, their job is literally to kill humans. That is, like, actually kind of whack that they just get bored.
What is my purpose? You kill humans. I just saw a human.
Fuck's sake!
Just let him
How
go.
the fuck did he see me?
Every time you fuck that up,
oops.
You get hit once.
I thought I had a
slows down
kit.
time as well.
Well, that doesn't help me right now, actually. Fuck it, let's charge him.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
Fuck you!
You're gonna get Andy
Yep, okay. I'm gonna figure this out, even if I'm here for an embarrassingly long time.
Damn, who would have thought the hardest stealth mission would have came from Terminator Resistance 2077?
Actually, that's not true. The hardest stealth mission I ever had to do was in Fallout New Vegas, and I remember this distinctly. It was the quest where you need to get information from that guy in the dinosaur park, and he asks you to clear out that old science research center. And because I was trying to be a good person, when I got there and there was a bunch of ghouls, and they were all sentient human beings with, like, you know, intelligence and emotions, and they said, oh, we'll leave as soon as those fucking night crawler things aren't there.
Yeah.
I was trying not to be a dick because I knew they were rabid, so I tried to stealth my way through the whole thing. That's hard. That's very hard.
Because you can't see the Nightkin.
No, you could. Well, it's not even just that. It's just that the Nightkin are ultra aware of it. I had to use Stealth Boys. I stole Stealth Boys as I went. And I got to the guy, I talked to them, and even then, there's still a chance that he's just like, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you anyway. I got lucky, and he was just like, yeah, okay, we'll clear out. But I know that that doesn't always work.
I do love the, what's it called? I remember that mission with the ghouls where they just want to go in their rocket ship.
Yeah, that's it. That's
and it's that one guy who thinks he's a ghoul.
Oh, I always feel bad for that guy.
And he wants to go with, and like that, like the other like ghoul leader is like, yo, the amount of radiation that's gonna come out of this rocket will just fucking kill him.
I felt bad because like they are objectively using him.
Yeah.
It's also not entirely their fault. Like, wouldn't you? Like, this is for the sake of a people. This is one guy.
I was gonna say, it's a safer. It's like they're already a subjugated species. Like,
are the ghouls subjugated?
Well, people see ghouls and they don't. They just shoot them.
Well, they discriminate. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. To be fair, there is an actual real-world reason to do this. Some of them are legitimately feral.
Yeah.
There's no feral African Americans, Republicans. You gotta stop with all this fucking gunning down in the street business.
Republicans don't like Fallout New Vegas anyway. They prefer Fallout 3 because it's easier to storm the Capitol. Was that a clean enough segue?
That wasn't bad. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was the other thing that happened this week that was fucking intense.
Hang on, I'm gonna mark off cyber fucking punk.
That's a good idea.
Wacky tic-tac-tick.
So the MAGA people got extra fucking riley these last... Damn it! He figured out he could move. Seriously, how do I do...
You should crouch, maybe. Oh. Give him blowjob.
Damn it. What am I meant to do?
Maybe he just wants head.
Could you Google this? Like, how do you use the term?
I didn't see this.
Wait a
in
minute.
Oh, I thought you did for a second.
Fuck. Could you Google it, how to use the termination knife? Because this is just getting ridiculous now. Maybe it's like, oh, if it's a T885, it doesn't work on them. It only works on T800s. Which is dumb, but whatever. I want to point out it's been a while since I played this, so fuck everyone. Is it maybe? No, it's not an offensive item.
Okay, so you have to be in the crouched position and stealthed. Like, they can't detect you.
Okay, I figured it out.
And you have to aim at their head as well.
I'm just gonna see if I can sneak past them. Fuck it. There's no reason I have to kill them.
Republicans be like, the president's supporters attempted a coup. I think the biggest democracy is him getting banned off Twitter.
Yeah, the biggest Orwellian thing that's happened is people fucking, yeah, my Twitter account got banned. You guys actually tried to steal ballots this week. The thing that you've been bitching about for the last, like, 2 months, you tried to do.
The thing that you guys bitched about when people were like, hey, Russia had a lot of weird, wacky tic-tac involvement in
It was
2016.
Ukraine, not Russia, but, you know.
Ukraine had in the 2016 election. And then you're like, nah, that can't happen. That's not real.
But yeah.
But that's alright. I guess I'm bashing a Republican straw man now.
That's fair,
But to be fair, that's a lot of people's pastime.
I mean, to be even-handed, because I don't want to be like, fuck, I don't want people calling me a Democrat for just because I don't like Donald Trump. Somebody made a fucking tweet this week that was ultra embarrassing. Did you see it? It was like, repeat after me. I am not smarter than Joe Biden. I am not smarter than Kamala Harris. I'm not smarter than, I forget what the other two were, but it's like, but if I sit back and watch, I will be cut. It's like, how does that boot taste, my guy? Like, because Joe Biden is like the most he's the ultra Democrat,
like,
you know what I mean?
We went from Donald Trump, who was basically just like chaotic evil,
yeah,
to Joe Biden, which is just like your bulk standard
lawful evil.
Just lawful evil. That's it. There's nothing good about it. He's just a politician.
I mean,
That's it.
Because here's the thing, I don't get how people can, like, fucking, like, call out Donald Trump morons, and then go and themselves say shit like that. It's just like, no, dude, you are the same thing, just you've changed the names. Okay, actually, you're not the same thing, because you didn't storm a federal building. I'll give you that, but...
You would just cringe.
You were real fucking cringe.
At least some of the Republican nutters put their fucking money where their
mouth was, yeah.
And they fucking tried to climb the wall and failed to do so hilariously.
Oh, dude, that was so fucking funny. Oh, God. Did you see any of the videos of people, like, their flights got cancelled and they were screaming in the fucking airport? That was fun to watch.
You are quite literally an enemy of the state right now.
You're a domestic terrorist, yeah. That's what you are. And it's not even for a good cause, it's just, I like Orange Man. It's what it was. Like, the best presidents of all time have always said, you know, it's never about the president, it's about the country, alright? So never defend the president in place of the country. I think it was Roosevelt that said that, but I'm not sure.
Orange Man bad.
Orange Man bad, like, it's such a simplified way of saying it, but, like, I can't even argue that anymore. Like, Orange Man is just bad now. That's the end of it.
It was fun while it lasted.
Not for everyone involved. There was quite a lot of people dead because he didn't want to admit that COVID was a bad thing.
Actually, as an outside observer with a functioning brain...
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
It was fun.
One of the best things that come out in like, the last couple weeks, though, was Dr. Fauci did an article on what it's like having to work for the guy. And yeah, it sounded about as annoying as it would have had to have been.
R.I.P. the Diet Coke button.
Yeah, that was fucking...
The best serving member of our state.
He would have had to ask for that. That's the insane thing, is Donald Trump went up to someone and said, somebody put a button on my desk that gets me Cokes. Okay? I've had enough of this getting up for Cokes. This is bullshit.
I really like the idea of, instead of him just asking one of his, like, fucking secretaries...
Yeah.
He wants a button for it. Like, he doesn't even want to speak.
And it's the thing that baffles me the most
What the
about
fuck
it.
is that? He's got a backpack on.
Yeah, he's probably a flamethrower Terminator or something.
You know, he kind of looks like Sans.
Don't make me do my impression.
You're gonna do it, aren't you?
It's so fun though. It's not my fault it's fun to do. Oh, can I get this one?
I can't wait to wear my Biden hat and cover my truck in Biden stickers.
Yeah, you just swapped a red hat for a blue hat, you fucking morons. Yeah, no, that was insane. And it's also been fun watching all these people who haven't read Orwell pretend they've read Orwell. That was good too. Twitter is a fucking privately owned,
He's gonna look at you right now. The fact that he pathed around you irritates me.
Quality terrible. Does that make you feel better?
Yes. He turns around right now. He turns around.
Come on.
No.
There's no physical way for me to ever get close enough before they just
As I say, he
wander
walks
off.
fast. Your crouch speed is fucking phenomenal.
I think I need to walk and then crouch when I get to a certain point. Oh boy. Oh boy. I like this.
But
See,
yeah.
this is fun. I like this. The
But yeah.
Terminators feel like an organic
Not gonna
threat.
lie, I went to bed, and when I woke up in my, like when I wake up, I'm not
Okay,
actually
wait.
conscious.
Wait. Oh, fuck. I swear the walk speed and the crouch speed are exactly the fucking same.
I'm not actually conscious
Oh, for fuck's sake.
when I wake up. There's, like, a brief moment where it's like, I'm not thinking yet. And, like, I was just scrolling through my feed, and I just see, like, riots in DC. And, like, in my brain, I hear, like, riot in America, and I don't even think twice anymore.
I won't say I wasn't expecting this, because I was expecting something like it at some point. Like, just something fucking, like, explosive. You know what I mean? I just didn't expect them to be so obvious about it. You know what I mean? Like, my favorite quote was, like, one of the reporters talking to one of the rioters and, like, going, so, what's your name? It was like, oh, I'm Ryan. And then he goes, oh, last name? He says, please, I'm not that stupid. Aren't you, though? Because, like, you're doing this on camera, you're filming yourself, you're not wearing a mask. And I know that, like, masks are political now, but maybe now is the time to obstruct your face. It's just baffling the logic of these people, you know what I mean? One of my favorite things, though, was them going through, like, the documents of, like, I think it was, like, one of the, not Wisconsin, but it was, like, it was one of the southern, like, you know, electoral, like, you know, one of the people that were in charge of, like, going through the votes, and them going, oh, hey, wait a minute, he was going to sell us out, too. It was like, yeah, obviously. This is a fucking process. You don't get to decide the outcome just because you're in charge of it. Fucking nimrods.
You know my favorite thing?
Ooh, boy.
Is, because you know how he's been, like, you know, in, like, his last couple days, you know how, like, presidents normally just do a bunch of shit they can get away with, like, you know, it's like, it's like a historic tradition for, presidents to just, like, what's the word?
Can I just quickly say, it is annoying me. I want to show off me stabbing a Terminator. It's annoying that I haven't been... I think it might be because I've got night vision on. I think I crawl fast when I'm not using night vision, which is fucking dumb. Yeah, that is the case. Okay, I gotta stop over-relying on night vision. That's what it is. Sorry, continue.
What's the word when you, fucking... like, basically cancel all the charges on one person?
Pardon.
Yeah, he pardoned, I think it was like, what is it?
140 people.
140 people and a couple of rappers.
Yeah, like, why the like, what did they do for you?
Based. I'm imagining him, like, scrolling through just everyone in prison.
That was ever nice to him.
Yeah, and then, like, he just came and it's like, oh, occupation rapper, and he, like, listens to a track, and I'm imagining him sitting at the desk and he's like, this shit slaps, and he just pardons.
You think he would have pardoned Kanye West if he ever had to?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Kanye West wore a MAGA hat. Like, if that doesn't get me a pardon, I don't know what will.
MAGA hat. I do know he intentionally didn't pardon a bunch of his staff for saying things as sensible as, yeah, this democratic process was fine. It worked.
Yeah.
We're not happy with the results, but like it happened as intended. All right, I'm gonna try and get this one.
The above 80 IQ Republicans coming out the woodworks.
Okay, finally.
That was a very unsatisfying.
Okay, but yes, I'll stay behind the van, please. Actually, you know what? It doesn't make sense that the night vision makes you slower, but I think it does make mechanical sense, because I don't want to be looking like this all the time, you know what I mean?
It's the detective vision thing.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it to not use it.
Except for just, you know...
The aesthetics.
Yeah, because it does make
like
things
shit.
look gross. You and I got into a discussion this week about whether we think Resident Evil 4 or Arkham Asylum had a bigger impact, and I would say there is a reasonable argument to
I'd say
Asylum.
objectively, I'd say it's probably Resident Evil 4, because like even the camera angle of Asylum is kind of owed to Resident Evil 4. However, I think if you were to like put it into numbers of AAA games, I'd say like the impact of like weird, like, because a camera position I kind of consider as like someone would have figured it out eventually.
Can I use this yet?
Whereas like something like detective vision and like that kind of, that style of combat of just like, it's a lot of people, you click the counter button and you punch them. Like, those are very specific mechanics, as opposed to just, this is where the camera sits when you play the game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean, yes.
Whereas, like, I think the specific mechanics of it showed up a lot more than, say, like, shooting someone in a limb in Resident Evil 4 disarms them. That's a rare thing to see.
I feel like it's not just that, though, because I also think that Resident Evil 4 is the first game I can think of that looks like that. And then, for a very long time, games looked like that.
It's a lot harder to emulate Arkham Asylum style.
Oh yeah, well, I mean...
Like, Arkham Asylum has a... You know something that I found out from a White Light video?
Yeah, what's that?
If you go to Asylum, there is absolutely zero straight lines in that game. There is no structure that is a straight wall. Absolutely everything is curved in some way, because it's the madhouse.
Yeah, yeah.
There is... That fucking blew
That's kind of
brain.
why... yeah, that's kind of why I kind of appreciated Asylum's, like, kind of level structure as opposed to Cities. I felt like Cities was a bit too... I don't want to say
What the
open,
fuck is
but
that thing?
It's a big robot. What do you mean? This game is Terminator. There's the big robots.
Yeah, but like, why is the Terminator like bright and like white? Like that's the main threat when it looks like an actual Godzilla mecha is over there.
Because he's walking slowly. That means he's using less electricity.
Alright, true. Truers. You've only got 3 of those knives left, by the way.
Yeah,
And I have this feeling
Where
that big thing is not going to care about that.
I have a feeling the
knife's
big
gonna
thing
do.
will respond to M16 bullets, though.
It shouldn't, but I agree with you.
Well,
Oh my god, it's detect. You're dead. You're so fucked.
I do have a health kit now. No, it's the big one that's shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's a Terminator coming.
More worried about the Terminator.
I am more worried about the Terminator. I think I can kill the big one. The Terminator, I
It's a
have
T-47.
one shot. Yeah, that's a...
Big.
Okay. Weapon ineffective, never mind.
You scared some. Oh my, that might as well
I'm
say
scared
weapon,
some!
That might as well say weapon ineffective.
Jesus Christ. Colin, where the fuck did you send me?
Isn't that the little kid?
I'm not sure, I think so.
That little kid's like, I fucking hate you. Hey, you should go over here.
Oh, fucking balls.
Invisible wall?
I was about to say, why the fuck is it not letting me crouch? No, you don't see me, you don't see me. You don't see me!
He did.
Well, he did, but apparently he doesn't give a shit.
No, because he can't hit you, so now he's gonna walk all the way around. Or he's just gonna walk in circles because he's a big dumb skeleton. He's like,
See, this is why I want a polished Terminator game. He would have jumped down and broken that fucking he would have kicked that brick overhang and just jumped down and gunned me down. Or just picked me up and throttled me into the ground. That's what a Terminator game needs.
So you want Alien Isolation but Terminator?
Yeah, and there's a bunch of them. Like, that would be fucking great. Are you kidding
So
me?
you're telling me the shitty parts of Alien Isolation when it's just those, like, medic droids?
Yeah, but make the medic droids not shitty.
Where, like, all they do is they're just like, oh, daddy.
And like, oh yeah, it's creepy that they're speaking so passively while actually murdering me. Isn't that scary? It's like, no, it's the big alien monsters scary. These guys are just funny.
I don't need to play porn games because Alien Isolation gets me off.
Honestly, I got to the point that I've played that game enough now where it doesn't scare me anymore, but there's still value to playing that game because watching the alien animations and how it moves is fucking... It's fun. Like, it's just fun because the alien is such a good design. To see it actually, like, function in a real-world environment is cool.
What do you know what the Alien Isolation team, they actually changed the design a little bit. Do you know the change?
They made its skeleton more human?
No. They actually, opposite actually. Its legs have that weird curve in the back of its knees because they said...
They always had that, didn't they?
No. Not in the original design because remember someone had to walk in a suit.
Oh yes, that's true, yeah.
The reason they did that is because a lot of the gameplay takes place under a desk when you're hiding, and seeing human legs isn't as scary as seeing the weird shape.
Honestly,
legs.
that is a fair change because just think about the alien design, the actual alien design, and place inverted legs there, and it just makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
Hello, are you winning?
Kind of. We're getting by. I gotta get over to that house over there. The problem is I have 3 more knives left and there are about 3 Terminators, so... Yip. Actually, I'm gonna kill this one, because he's getting in the way.
But yeah, I'd say, look, probably Resident Evil 4
Fuck's sake.
has more impact, but I'd say, like, I struggle to think of a game other than Asylum that has, like, that had that much of an impact.
Resident Evil 4 has also been out longer, so it's had more time to, you know, influence things. And it came from a major, you know...
Publisher.
Not major publisher, because Warner Brothers, but it came from a franchise. Like, Resident Evil was already a seller.
I can't wait. Just so... What did Rocksteady do before Batman? Or did they literally just come out swinging with fucking Batman?
No, there's always something there.
That's pretty fucking base.
You know, usually it's like they made, like, shitty, like... They made AA.
Yeah.
Like
Games
products.
developed. They did Urban Chaos Riot's Response. And then, 3 years later, a Batman Arkham Asylum. Fuck me.
Well, Warner Brothers probably gave them a team or something that was from
Yeah.
one of their other development people.
Can you imagine, like, the Warner Brothers are like, oh yeah, we don't really want to pay
Oh,
the
I made a
studio that
mistake. I
much."
just put myself next to where the loud explosion happens. Oh, actually, I don't think the AI is that sophisticated. Yeah, they're in the house I need to be in.
I'm just saying, like, being Warner Brothers, like, CEO, and he's like, yeah, I don't really want to pay that much for a Batman game, so just give it to, like, Rocksteady or
Well,
something.
yeah,
We'll see what they do with it.
There was no
Can you
incentive to
imagine-
the idea that it was going to be that successful.
Can you imagine being that, like, the guy who made that call of Warner Brothers and seeing that explosion of, like, oh yeah, it sold, like, several million copies and is, like, one of the best received games. Can you imagine just sitting there like, wow, if I knew what those words mean, I'd be pretty fucking chuffed.
He was probably he was probably happy with the paycheck he received. I imagine he probably would have gotten some kind of benefit.
And then they hit us with Arkham City, and it's like, damn,
like, yeah, no,
the 1-2 punch.
Honestly, I don't think Arkham City is as good as a lot of people say it is, but it is a really good follow-up game. Because most follow-ups to games like that end up just being like, you know, a bit rushed just for the sake of getting the money while it's still a hot property.
Yeah.
But like, no, it was just a good game. That's what I'm here for. Search for a box of colored chalk. I've been killed 8 times. I'm not winning 9.5 out of 10 because I'm running errands for a baby right now. Oh, what the fuck? Something's spotting me. Oh, okay, it's those Terminators. Never mind. Guitar.
So, 2022, Rocksteady are making a new game.
There's a new Batman game coming out, isn't
Hey.
there? It's like a shooter multiplayer thing.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad killed the
Oh,
Justice League.
that was the other one as well. Yeah, which honestly fair because Superman needs to die, so it's fine. It's good that there's finally a game where you do that.
So, anyway, you're gonna play as Captain Boomerang or King Shark? Because, yeah, you could play as Deadshot or Harley Quinn, but why would you be that basic?
Yeah, honestly, like right now, it's I'm my inner monologue. It's a choice between being true to my ethnic background or being a big fuck off
Or
shark.
being a big shark.
Yeah. It honestly gets a lot of decent characterization these days, and that's weird because King Shark was a Z tier like villain
DC
back in the day.
have honestly had a glow up with the Z tiers, though.
Jennifer's father.
Oh. Is that the same as the shotgun I already have? Yes, it is. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'll drop it. Don't need two shotguns. As much as I'd love to have two shotguns, I can't just have two shotguns. You gotta.
Yeah, you can't go pew, 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 pew.
I should be able to Arnie, you know.
Yeah, look, colored chalk may be important, but if it costs someone his life 7 times, I don't know if that's really the call we have to make.
Look, Timmy. Shut the fuck up. Like, that's where a kid, like, closed fucking fist, alright? I'm not... Kid, shut the fuck up. We've got bigger things to deal with right now. Why would I craft more shotgun shells? I've got, like, 100. Oh, guys! I've got 2 more shells!
It is just Cobb's life, though, so... 1 Cobb's life is equal to 8 Timmy's lives. Or 8 Timmy's chalks in this case.
Dude, I've killed Terminators.
Imagine if you've got here and the chalk
Where
isn't
the
even here.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
Where is the chalk? Where is the chalk?
Hey, Jennifer, I don't mean to upset you, but when I get home, I'm killing your child.
He's just what? Yeah, you're fine.
Fuck me! At least that there was a safe station there.
I think Timmy actually wanted to kill you.
I've seen the eyes you've been making towards my mother. It just occurred to me I'm still wearing my glasses, which I never do on stream. That's what it was, guys. I'm gonna be poggers now, okay? Get those cotton pogs ready.
Get the con pogs flowing.
Honestly, it's weird. One of the you're not gonna get this, and neither is anybody that's watching right now. But one of the funniest lines to come out of the whole like Genko, like Pog thing was that guy was a Third Strike player back in the day. And somebody just made the tweet. He's a Third Strike player. He should have known. You never. How did he say? It was like.
Did you retweet it? I can go on your Twitter for you.
Yeah, but that was like 2 weeks ago. It was like. You never rely on Q or you get the L, which is funny because Q was a low tier Third Strike character. He was you know how everybody likes G from Street Fighter 5?
It was meant to be Q, wasn't he? Or like he is Q.
He's Q, but they realized that like Q would bring with it a lot of unnecessary baggage, so they just made him a separate character. Street Fighter 5 canonically takes place before Third Strike, so there's a theory that G becomes Q eventually. Oh fuck! You know what? Can I just die because I didn't mean to use that up. Terminators, I want you to kill me. Terminators, where are ya? Where are you? Someone's where? V. Where the... Oh. Hey, I'm down here. Fucking shoot me. Because I don't want to... I wanted to use a first aid kit, not my steroids.
Uh-oh. Marga's trending in Australia.
You don't need to fucking keep going through my Twitter. It's fine.
What is the VTuber uprising?
Well, there's more VTubers than ever before, Nathan. I'm actually... The whole thing fascinates me. I'm not against the VTubers.
No,
Do you have any opinions on them?
I don't understand people who are against VTubers. Like, it's like, because I always appreciate people who go online and play characters.
Yeah. Like, Jerma actually made a comment that he wanted to be a slime monster VTuber. I think there's one valid criticism that I will give people, and that's like, a lot of the VTubers are playing the same character. Yeah, and that is fair. However, I think it's more that people don't want women to have an avenue where they can be anonymous on the internet. Because people like it when they have the avenue to fucking harass people when they say something slightly, like, not even really objectionable, just something they personally disagree with. So yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh no, the women are empowered. Quick, strip it away. Wait, James is base?
But yeah, no.
That line from fucking Big Mouth Season 4 caught me off guard so hard. That fucking one where, it's like, he was talking to Matthew, Maury was, and he was just like, yeah, don't you just wish when we could go back in time and women couldn't vote? That line just fucking came out of nowhere.
What show is this? Sorry, I...
Big Mouth Season 4.
Oh, yes, I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good that they have the balls to have actual misogynist characters in their show, because it needs it, you know what I mean? You can't talk about, like,
Because
puberty
they're back
and...
in pog form.
Oh my god, you are literally right. Like, no hyperbole whatsoever. This is the form that they have now taken.
It's like with the Grand Budapest joke I made. We were just like, yeah, you enjoy, what was that, you, like, effeminately, like, purple-suited man with his Indian, like...
Little sidekick,
yeah. Sidekick, and it's, I love Far Cry 4.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was one of the funnier things you've said. It was like, oh, I really want to rewatch Grand Budapest. It's like, yeah, you really love, like, affluent, rich, purple people with little Indian servant boys. He wasn't Indian, though. I think it was, like,
no.
some type of Pakistani. That sounds racist, but what I'm trying to say is he comes from some kind of Middle Eastern descent.
I mean, the hate is just anime bad. With VTubers?
Yeah, but the kinds of people that hate anime are the kinds of people that, like...
watch VTubers.
Well, not that, but, like, they just haven't the mental capacity to actually articulate why they think anime is bad. It's just a thing that they see a lot and don't understand.
For me, a lot of the time is like, I'm not a fan of the tropes. Like,
yeah, no, that's fair.
My Hero would be a better show without Mineta, but the perv character is like it's a staple trope of shonen.
People seem to genuinely think that's funny, and that I don't know.
It's a cultural thing. I just don't think it's funny because it's like
they're not making any kind of real statements.
I don't want to say I respect women. I just don't. I don't like it when the character isn't punished for just being a piece of shit.
Yeah, no, yeah,
like,
that's fair.
They're showing each other their rooms, which is a fine. That makes sense, you know. Like they're school kids, and he literally goes and sniffs the girl's fucking underwear.
Well,
like, actually, that gets you suspended. That man should not be a hero.
And also just the thing of, like, I joke a lot and say that I want to punch people, but I'm not really a violent person. But that is one moment where I would unironically probably kick that sniveling little shit's ass. I'm not a fighter. I would have grabbed him and punched him. I would have done, without a shadow of doubt, I would have done that. That would have driven me fucking wild with anger.
That's like the one Mineta moment where I'm like, alright, actually someone needs to do something here. Like,
yeah, and it's me. Yeah.
Someone stop him, please.
Closed fucking fist, I'm about to handle this.
Because he doesn't even, like, try and, like, play
it
up.
Like, he
just fucking... literally, like, the picture of just monkey neuron activated. That is actually what happened.
Ah, for fuck's sake. And the most annoying part of it is the people that are meant to be really duty-bound aren't acting realistically. I keep pressing F. Like fucking Ida, you know, tells him off occasionally, but he never does anything.
His jokes come at the cost of everyone else's characterization.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what irritates me.
Can I upgrade this?
Because I otherwise think that My Hero is like everything that I liked about Naruto as a kid, My Hero does just better. And I think that's like fun nostalgia for me.
I think we should both point out that neither of us are really big on we're not anime, but we don't really watch shonen.
Yeah.
Like we've both enjoyed different animes, but they've been more structured, like stories with beginnings and ends in mind.
Like JoJo was shonen, and then when he finished part 6, he moved to hang on. Shonen, because it's like a different word for it. There's like, because shonen is meant to be for the ages like 12 to 18, and then there's like another one up.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know the other types.
Araki moved from shonen to the one up. So like it went from like weekly publishing to monthly.
I like that because it's more deliberately stylized, that show. So I feel like it should have the show should give itself time to
You
articulate
can
what
style,
kind of things
you can
do.
artistically and like
Where the fuck
character-wise
am I meant to find this
see
thing?
the differences it makes. And I think like I haven't read much of. I've read part 7. I haven't read much of part 8 because it's nearly done, so I figured I might as well wait.
Yeah, wait till it's finished.
But like from what I've heard of part 8 is it seems a lot more interesting and the characters seem a lot more, you know, like deliberate and just
There we go.
better written overall.
Motherfucker! He sent me to get an empty box! Oh, you're kidding.
He didn't even want it, does it?
I gotta find his hideout. There are people dying right now. You wanna know what one of the other side quests were? Oh, hey, could you get medical supplies so that some of our people don't bleed out? Why am I here? Fucking Christ. Okay. Oh, I got a lockpick though, so it's all fine.
Chuckling, you said you're not the biggest Shonen fan. Isn't, what is it? Metal Gear Alchemist? Full Metal Alchemist.
Metal Gear Alchemist, I'm using that.
Metal
from
Gear
now on.
Isn't that Shonen?
I gotta go to the next
I know not the
fucking
biggest
house.
fan doesn't imply you hate all of them, but isn't it like... When I think of anime, you like, it's that one? Don't you like Attack on Titan as well?
Apparently Attack on Titan is good now. Like, they actually improved themselves after season
Wasn't it
1.
always good?
But a lot of people like season 1. I've seen season 1. I thought it was a bit, like... The characters were very lacking. They're all very fucking archetypical. Like, the Eren or whatever his name is just angry anime protagonist.
Okay, so there's Shonen, and then there's... Okay, you did Japanese. That's like seinen, right? Seinen?
Shinen. I don't know. IEs aren't very common in Japan,
Okay.
so...
Well, it's... The demographic for Shonen is 12 to 18, and seinen is 18 to 45. So...
I
can
feel-
imagine with that demographic, the stories would change a little bit.
Do you need to say 45 or can you just say 18 plus? I feel like it's not like a 46-year-old is going to go and watch and go, oh, this is fucking garbage. I don't know.
Well, it's like... JoJo Part 5 is like a mafia story. And JoJo Part
people
7
like mafia
is like...
stories.
It's a old western race, horse race that turns into like trying to topple the president of the United States.
That's hilarious. Old people would love that.
That's it's Nicolas Cage almost in a way. Okay, my top 3 are probably RE0, Fullmetal
Oh,
Alchemist
shit,
Brotherhood,
shit,
and
shit.
From a New World. Fullmetal is shonen, but it avoids a lot of the tropes and problems that are really tight and well-written story. Okay.
Oh, God. I didn't even fucking see him. Oh, it's the big lad, too. Oh, God.
You may be born.
No, they're getting bored.
Okay. That works for you then.
What was that, Nathan?
How many times have you died under that desk? Maybe this is Alien Isolation.
Once.
Only the once.
I remember the first time I played Alien Isolation, I spent an hour hiding in the same cupboard.
Same, but the AI glitched for me, so he'd walk out the room, walk to like the corner, and then run back into the room, and he'd be like,
What?
and then walk back out and he just kept doing that, and there was no way for me to like progress.
See, the reason I was there so long wasn't because of a glitch like you, it was because the structure of the rooms was like there was a room that I was in, but then there was a hub of corridors that literally surrounded the entirety of the room that I was in.
Yeah.
He would spend a lot of time in that corridor and then move out to like the hallway to get into the corridor. And then I'd slowly start to move out, then he'd come back, like freak out and go. Like, it took me 10 minutes to move. Eventually, I grew some balls and was like, I don't want to be here forever. But
The
yeah.
only emotion stronger than fear, boredom.
Or
Because normally they say it's love is the strongest emotion and then fear, but apparently
The only
boredom topples them all.
the only people that say like love is the strongest emotion are fucking cunts. They've got no personality other than, oh, I've spawned children in my life. Did I get that? Yes, I did. I think I've got to go on top of the roofs and cross over to like this section here, I think. Go. Oh no, there's a I didn't realize it was an objective the whole time, so I'm just gonna go over there.
Wait, so what
Had
topic
the
were we
time
on
of my
again?
life. Well, we're talking about the rise, but then we kind of pivoted to general stuff.
Well, I haven't really got much else to say other than, like, I didn't expect it. It felt very weird, but at the same time, like, it did feel very expected. And
Well,
not
yeah, because
weird.
here's the thing. Like, the MAGA people have been loud for ages, but as Australian citizens, we have less incentive to listen to them.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people are saying that, like, this is only surprising if you're in on it or you're a moron. But as somebody who isn't in the country, that's why it was kind of unexpected for us. Because we, like, I'm only... All the attention I've been giving is Twitter. I haven't been, like, paying attention to, like, Trump's, like... I know that he throws a lot of, like, speeches and what have you, but there's not really much reason for me to, you know... listen to them, because like
I
why the
wonder
fuck would
who
I?
the Republican Party are gonna put up
Next
Is it-
2024.
it's gonna be some like literally who, but like you've got simultaneously like absolutely like no shoes to fill, but also big shoes to fill in a way.
I think the Republican Party are kind of running out of supporters. Like they're getting old and they're not like endearing themselves to the younger generation these days, which is bad for them. I honestly just want to see the destruction of the whole Democrat versus
Two-party,
Republican. Yeah, the two-party system. I
don't know a single person who enjoys like only having two options for
instead of bootlickers. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of similar over here,
Yeah, no, ours is Labour versus Liberal, and it's
Yeah.
really the same type.
which is really funny because Liberal is the fucking right wing one.
Yeah, it's weird that, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Are you gonna dispense with what would you like to dispense your usual leanings, like who you
I
voted
normally
for?
like I think the first one I went to, I voted for Liberal Democrats, which is the Libertarian Party.
Yeah.
And the only guy who ever gets seats for it is David Linehelm, and I think he's over in like New South Wales. And I've discovered that he's a massive cunt.
Yeah, there's a lot of Australian politicians that turn out to be massive cunts.
He tried getting Milo Yiannopoulos over here. Like, his was on the stance of, like, we should let him speak because, that's the libertarian way, is he should be allowed to speak. But he just started being a massive cunt about it on Twitter.
I do love this whole free speech argument that, like, people have misinterpreted these days. You're free to say whatever you want. You're not free to any platform you decided you want.
I don't think he should have been banned from the country, but
that's
like,
a bit
he
harsh,
shouldn't
but-
have been fucking, like, he was, like, saying, oh, we need to bring him into Parliament, and everything, like, what the fuck? No.
That's just weird.
Yeah, like,
And
so I can't even really vote for them anymore.
That's an extension to the whole Orwell 1984
Yeah.
bullshit. It's like, yeah, no, Trump can still say whatever the damn well he pleases. He's gonna keep doing it, as a matter of fact. He's just not allowed to do it on Twitter because he's not free to any platform he deems
what's
worthy
funny?
of him.
He's banned on Grindr, which is dumb.
Yeah.
Like, Trump's not going on Grindr.
I think that's just one of those joke things that are just gonna happen, yeah.
But he's not banned on VK.
What's VK?
VK is Russian Facebook, and it's actually like...
Yeah, because the Russians like Donald.
He's actually like... VK is like, unironically, like, one of the bigger, like, social medias that isn't, like, a Chinese-owned one. Because obviously those are as big as China.
There's a shitload of them in China.
Yeah.
With their own horrifying rules and what
Freedom
have
of
you.
speech means we should go out of our way to platform fascists. Yeah. So yeah, David Linehelm's a bit of a cunt, so I'm kind of at a loss to who I vote for.
Yeah.
I don't really want to vote Labour or Liberal because they'd... Especially Bill Shorten, literally all he does is he just goes, Scott Morrison said a dumb thing. Which is, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he does say dumb things a lot,
But
Batman.
Bill Shorten, you've not said anything interesting at all. Like, no one can say you've said a dumb thing because you don't say anything.
Yeah, I kind of stopped paying attention to Australian politics years ago just because no one seems to want to get anything done.
Yeah, I have literally zero faith in the Australian government, like, especially seeing how they handle, like, anything to do with technology. Like, they just don't understand it. They're all so old. Like, none of them seem to understand how anything related
It's
to
because the
technology
country
works.
itself is quite backwards. Like, a lot of our citizens don't understand how technology works, and it's like, yeah, of course those people...
I will not vote Greens, because a couple of the people in Greens party, like, are actual, like, hardcore communists. Like, I can't vote Greens, but I will put them higher than Katter's party, if you know what I mean.
Can't believe... Yeah, Bob Cat is a character.
Like, I'll put them higher than Katter's, but I'm not gonna vote Greens.
What's the last thing that Cat has been... What's Cat been up to these days?
I don't actually know if he got another seat this year, which is kind of poggers.
Yeah.
Kata's party. Kata's face is really funny.
He has one of those, like...
He's got one of those fucking, like, look at this. He looks like a lizard.
He looks like he'd be on an ad for ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like steaks or so. He looks like he should be selling meat, not deciding where the country goes.
Not deciding whether homosexuals are allowed to have rights.
Okay, I'm exposing my ignorance. I don't even really know who's in power at the moment.
Well, Scott Morrison's still
AUS,
Prime Minister.
Like, how do I see it? Like the seats? AUS Parliament seats. Like, who? I want to know who's in.
You know what was fun, though, is at the start of this year, seeing a bunch of firemen refuse to shake Scott Morrison's hand.
That was pretty.
That was awesome.
That was
I loved
base.
that.
I'm just seeing, like, 2019 Australian federal election, and it's like, yeah, okay, so... What's it
I'm
called?
gonna take
Scott
a...
Morrison, then Bill
Oh,
Shorten,
shit.
Richard DiNatale. Well, that's pretty easy, right? You don't have to shoot it.
Well, yeah, but I have to be in its line of sight. I've kind of moved away from where they were as well, so... Which, honestly, has been the nicest thing to happen in ages. Alright.
I'm voting pink. Nice.
Oh, are we getting too political on our, like, fucking gaming streams? Are we gonna isolate people now?
I don't like politics in my games unless it's politics I like.
I love people who say that they want art, like, gaming as a platform to be taken more seriously and then bitch about people talking about politics. Like, motherfucker, do you want this to be for kids, or do you want to, are we actually gonna, like, you know, talk about this like adults now?
See, surely we start our own political party. Surely we just call it based or cringe, and every time a policy just comes up, it's either based or cringe with absolutely no insight into it.
Is that something people would want to see us talk about, like, the latest Australian, like, political news? Because there's, like, typically there's not really much to talk about. That's why I avoid it, kind of.
Not much to talk about. I'm not educated enough to go, yeah, that's a good idea or not.
Well, I know I know how to articulate my own opinions, but, you know. How the fuck do I leave? Oh, okay.
So I'm not really paying that much attention to the chat because people are saying, like, go pink, go blue, and then now they're saying one person isn't showered, and honestly, if that isn't, like, politics in a nutshell,
yeah.
I don't know what is. Have you been to a question time before?
Nah, no point.
And they just yell at each other.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really fun.
Nothing ever gets done. It's just, you know.
Hang on. I've got something fun to show you, actually.
Oh, boy.
Um...
You got a picture taken